Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. I'm SoCal Thero, and today we're actually gonna probably end up doing this trip in a couple of different episodes, possibly three, just because of how long the trip is. I know I'm really behind on the curve here, or behind on as far as getting something out for you guys for American Truck Simulator goes since the update. I unfortunately am really broke, so I have not been able to buy my own trailer yet. But I do have the Oregon DLC, and we are going to be running some cars, like Tesla cars, from Carlsbad, New Mexico, all the way through New Mexico, Arizona, through Nevada, and up into Portland, Oregon is where they need to go. Right over here. So according to this, the trip distance is 1,929 miles, or 20 miles, sorry, and it's going to take 34 hours and 29 minutes to get there. So this is definitely not going to be a one episode drive. We'll have to pull over and cut this into a few parts. Hopefully not too many. I'm thinking 3, but maybe I'll get lucky with 2. We're going to go ahead and get in our truck here. As you can see, I'm driving the Peterbilt. There's been a lot of changes to my game since the last recording. We're going to go ahead and start our truck up right now. And we are okay, right? Yeah, we're good. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and pull out here. One of the main changes, if you couldn't tell already, is I've done a lot of upgrades to this truck already. And it's pretty much to the point to where I'm not going to do anything else with it. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Unless there's like a mod that comes out or something that improves it a little bit more. But I'm just pretty much going to leave this truck the way it is. I've also bought a Kenworth truck now as well that's kind of got the same color scheme going on that still needs some upgrading. But just to give you guys an idea here, my company... it's got a few, like I have 2 garages now. I have my original garage, and I actually bought a garage up there in Portland, Oregon. So I've been to Oregon already. So I have 2 garages now. I have a little bit of a truck fleet, so we're starting to make some money now. The only problem is that I have a lot of debt to go with that money I'm making as well. I had to take out a bank loan of about, I think, $400,000 just so I could buy that garage up in Portland. And then with the extra money that I had left over, I used it and spent it on a couple of more trucks for my company. So everybody else in my company, like my employees, they drive, well, one of them was driving this truck for a while I was trying to grind through this game. Well, actually through my career here, so I could do more with it. So one of them's been driving this truck, and another one was driving my Kenworth, and then I was taking quick jobs using other people's trucks just to accumulate money. And then after I did that, I've been buying just real basic Kenworth trucks. The newer one, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. I do apologize. Not the 900 series, like the older one. Like that one that just passed by. It's not one of those. It's the newer ones. I've been just buying the real basic day cab, just strip, nothing to it, just a white truck, just to get people on and I'm working and on the road. I did have a trailer. I know I said I don't have enough money for a trailer. I did have a trailer, but I ended up selling it because I just needed a little bit more money to get me to purchase another truck as well. And I'm figuring, like, right now what I'm doing is I'm spending money on trucks so I can make more money later on, because then I can hire more drivers, buy more garages, and then I won't have to worry about it too. Ooh, this is a really, really slow zone compared to what I was doing. And apparently I was looking around at the signage in New Mexico, and they are not they're like not a jailbreak friendly state, I guess is the best way to describe it. So they get pissed off when you do things like that, like jailbreaking in the city. So I'm gonna, oh, that's cute, floating signs. So that's Main Street, but there's no light there, so that's interesting. I wonder if that's been a thing this whole time, or that's just something I noticed now. Oops, I mounted the curb there a little bit. So, like I said, we're going to be doing a couple parts here on the game, and there have been a lot of changes. You will hear like money flow, like I'll get a speeding ticket. Great. So we got a speeding ticket already. I mean, I already got a ticket. Might as well just keep it going then. Um, but yeah, you'll hear money flow from me paying the loan and then also income from my employees. But my hope is to save up enough money to buy a few more trucks just for my own personal collection. So like I do want the older Kenworth to have a theme, and then also of course I'm going to be buying trailers as well as another thing that I want to do and start getting those to some of my employees as well as for me. But of course, being an American Truck Sim fan and an LSPDFR fan, naturally, I mean, like I said before, if you don't know him, I don't know how you found my channel, but being a fan of Jeff Fabiano's, I recently watched an episode of him driving a Mack truck, like a newer Mack truck, and luckily he had the download in his description of where to find it, and I put it in my game, and that truck looks absolutely amazing. So I do plan on saving up money to be able to purchase one of those. So I will have a modded truck that I drive finally. It's going to be the be that Mack truck, and I'm not sure which episode I'll be able to do it in, but hopefully it's still stable with the game by the time I get enough money to buy it. We gotta slow down here even harder again. Jeez. There we go. But yeah, it'll be pretty fun to show you guys that. If you haven't seen it on his channel already, I would highly suggest you go check it out because it's a very cool looking truck. And I do apologize for lack of content for American Truck Simulator. There's a couple things that this game kind of does for me that makes it kind of hard to bring content to you guys, and I'll go over that with you right now. One of them is that when I'm recording this game, it's kind of hard for me because my voice is not, well, a few things. One, I just found out that from all these symptoms I've been having, like in the past, I've been talking about how I might sound weird. The reason I sound weird is I had no idea, but I'm pretty sure from all the symptoms I'm having, I have a sinus infection, and it's just not going away. Like it feels like a cold, but I've had it for about, at the time of this recording, it's mid-October. I've had about, I've had it since the end of August. So like August, yeah, you know what? I got it on my wife's birthday, which was August 30th, and it has just been like non-stop. Like if I start laughing, I start coughing afterwards. Like I was like, there's definitely something wrong, because I'm still sick, and it's been almost 2 months now, and I just can't get over it. Well, not 2. Well, yeah, 2 months, because August, yeah, September, October, almost 2 months, and I still have this thing, so I can't get over it to save my life. So luckily for me, like I Googled it, like everybody else that has an issue, they'll Google it. And when I was Googling it, I noticed that one of the things that it says as a remedy or like a way to treat it and possibly cure it. They're going kind of fast here. Let's slow it down a little bit more. Hopefully that cop didn't care. Okay, there we go. We'll do 5 over. Hopefully they won't ream us for it. These California speeds or speed limits. But one of the remedies is like using a specific essential oil. And for those of you that don't know, I have a roommate that lives with me and my wife. She stays in the extra room that we have in our house, and she's really big into essential oils. She does doTERRA, for any of you guys that are familiar with those. She's a doTERRA rep, so every time I have an issue and I just tell her my symptoms, she blends together these essential oils and goes, this will work really good for what you have, like as far as getting rid of it. And it does. Like I can't preach that enough. Like I mean, I was skeptical at first, like anybody else. Oh, and there goes my phone. But I was skeptical like anybody else about it, but at first, but after like dealing, like like having issues health wise, and then having her there's my phone. My phone will not stop. Jeez, people, leave me alone. And I'm gonna go off the road because I'm looking at the phone. Well, don't look at your phone while driving, kids. It's a law too. No, I'm starting to become a like believer in these essential oils, and I'm not gonna sit over here and try to sell you on it or preach it to you or anything like that. I'm just telling you my personal experience. But like, I've had post-nasal drip before in the past. I think I had it last year, and like the doctor made me take steroids to get rid of it, and I had bad side effects to the steroids. It's just, there's like so many things that they give you and they shove down your throat that, I mean, seem like overkill, or like there might be other ways to treat it. And after she like gave me some stuff for like a common flu, like common cold basically that I had, not a flu. I don't think there's a common flu, there's just the flu. But when she gave that to me and I tried it out, it was really like quick and fast acting, and it didn't have a whole lot of side effects to it. So like I said, I'm not over here trying to preach it or tell you like, hey, go to her website and buy up essential oils. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just putting it out there like, hey, yeah, this is my experience with it, and it's been pretty great so far. So hopefully with this episode and future episodes, I'll start to sound better. I really hope so. Unfortunately for the fans of LSPDFR, which I know a lot of my subscribers are, that series has been pre-recorded for the rest of the year. So I'm going to sound like shit the rest of the year, basically. Oh, cool. We can bypass the way station. That thing always scares me, too. It's so loud. I think we're actually going to have to turn up here. Yeah, we might as well start slowing down. Way station's on the left, turns on the right. There we go. Oh, so... Now, unfortunately for the LSPDFR folks, you guys will probably hear a hoarse voice. I do apologize for that, but it will get better. And like I said, the reason I did the whole pre-recording, oh, look at that, that's nice. Cool. Nice full train there instead of just an engine like I usually see. But yeah, unfortunately it'll sound like crap on the LSPDFR episode, but it'll hopefully get better as time goes on. And then also, I know somebody had mentioned that the screen looks stretched. It's the monitor that I have and the resolution I have it set at. I've seemed to have corrected that now after lots of feedback and people giving me advice on what I need to do. So it should look better, hopefully going forward into the new year. We will see. But that's again, that was like one of the reasons why I don't record a lot of ATS, and we are really speeding our ass off here, but it's fine. I'm just kind of letting the truck blow itself down here with hills and not giving it any gas. But the like the cold thing hasn't been helping with ATS, and I've been like I said, I've been really poor in this game, and the only way I'd be able to like show you guys content and whatnot, or like bring out content, is me grinding through the game so I can make more money, so essentially we don't have to like sit here and struggle each time. And I didn't want to do that to you guys, so I was like, I'll just do it myself in my free time, the little I get, so that way you guys don't have to watch it, and we have a lot of progress behind us that you guys get to catch up on each time. That's one of the reasons. The second reason I haven't been recording ATS, and I don't do it a whole lot, is because I leave, if you couldn't tell already, I leave ATS open for like general discussions about what's going on in my life. Oh, there's the bill for the loan that I'm paying back right now. But I leave ATS open for like general discussions, stuff with life. When you guys have questions, it looks like they're turning right, so I'm gonna go in front of people and cut them off like this. Real dick move, I know. Yeah, so I leave it open for that kind of stuff, and it's, I mean, I don't know, I don't have a lot to talk about when I do recordings of ATS usually. I mean, I do, like, when I do a recording, I'm like, oh yeah, like, I got this, like, I'll have, like, a bunch of stuff, and then I'll pre-record a bunch of episodes and I'll run out of things to talk about, but I mean, I don't, it doesn't matter either way. And did I just go the wrong way? No, this says Albuquerque. I'm going the right way. Okay. But the other part too, I know, I mean, I'm saying that, but I don't know. I guess the best I'm kind of getting off course here. I'm sorry. So that's one reason, but the other part of this second part, which I guess if that makes sense to you, if it doesn't, I'm sorry. Is when I record ATS, I mean, obviously I'm doing a lot of talking, and my voice is not like trained like other people to narrate for like hours on end without it becoming hoarse. And then on top of that too, like when I record, it's like at the end of my day, so like I've been talking all day at work, telling people what needs to get done and giving people updates on orders and all kinds of stuff. Like I do a lot of verbal communication at work that when I get home my voice is probably pretty beat up. But like right now with that pause, I had to literally mute my mic so I could clear my throat to keep talking, just because I mean that's just how it is. I'm just not used to it. I'm sure over time as I do it, it's like anything else with practice, it'll build up and it won't be so bad. But yeah, it's just with this game, if I record ATS, it just takes my voice away from anything else for the rest of the night. So like if I plan on recording like 3 or 4 episodes of like 2 or 3 different games and then ATS usually takes slot number last basically. Because, oh, you know what, let's help this guy. As long as this car gets by me, I'll help him so he can get in. You go, dude. I know it's not the best, I tried. And there was a car behind me anyway, so no love either way. So yeah, I mean, ATS, like I said, takes away my voice, and it usually goes on the back burner of the last thing to record. So, and it's not that I hate that. I mean, I do hate that that's the thing, but I mean, I do enjoy this game and I do enjoy recording it. It's just it just is so hard when like I just don't want to flood you guys with a bunch of American Truck Simulator content, because all of a sudden I like recorded for like 2 or 3 hours straight because I knew my voice would be no good after the rest of the recordings were done. Which I mean, by the next episode, or if we do go to 3 episodes on this truck run, you might notice my voice will start to get hoarse because I'll be recording it all in one night, but hopefully it doesn't happen. Those are the kind of reasons like why I don't, it's not that I don't like, it's just I have a hard time recording American Truck Simulator. So I hope you guys understand. I mean, it's nothing against the game. I love this game. I mean, I had a few people tell me like, okay, so like, yeah, you drive a truck, like when do you finish the game? And I'm like, that's not what this game's about. It doesn't have an end point. Like, you drive a truck, you make money, and that's it. Like, they unlock more states so you can learn more, or not. Well, I guess you can learn if you don't know a lot about all the states. You can learn more, you can explore more, and just kind of go from there. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's not like your typical game like, oh, I need to kill X amount of guys or finish this level and I beat the game kind of stuff. So when people tell me that, they're like, well, when are you going to finish the game? It's like, there's not really an end point to this game. And it's kind of like that with most simulators, I want to say. I mean, granted, I don't play a lot of simulators. I mean, well, I'm going to say that. I do lately, it seems like. But it seems like people think that a game should have an endpoint. I kind of don't care for that. Like, it's nice not having an endpoint, like, on this, because, like, I mean, truth be told, like, I have Far Cry 5, and I still have a little bit more to go before I complete all the side missions and the main objective and the story and all that. But after that's all done, the game kind of, like, runs its course, and there's not really much more you can do with it. Like, I don't know, I like to get my, I mean, you guys can let me know in the comments too, but I like to get my values worth out of the game. Like, I call me cheap, but I like it when a game doesn't have an endpoint, because it feels like I could just keep playing it forever and ever. I mean, granted, you guys probably won't want to watch it forever and ever, unless there's like updates, obviously, you get to see the new states and whatnot. like what we'll do eventually here when we go up to Oregon. Um, but yeah, I feel like I get my money's worth with that. And then when you have a game on PC where mods are there by people that take the time, take their personal time to make them, it just makes you appreciate it more because two things. One, it makes you appreciate the person that's putting in the time to give you more content and more bang for your buck, and they usually don't charge you. So I mean, you're really getting a great deal out of that with mods. And then on top of it, it just increases the length of how much you want to play the game. Because truth be told, I'll get burned out. I'll be like, okay, I don't feel like driving tonight or anything. Because I mean, no, I drive to work, I drive home from work in real life. So why would I want to drive a truck game where I'm driving some more? But I mean, it can get to that point, but it's still fun either way. And then when people release new content, you're like, ooh, I gotta try that. Like, I if you saw my American Truck series, like it was pretty stagnant for a while, and I mean, that was true because I was doing a bunch of other projects too. I had a bunch of other content that I like to release, but it's because the game kind of got stagnant for me. And then all of a sudden I heard about the trailer update, and I was like, okay, I need to start grinding to get to this, and then I need to start grinding for the Oregon update, and then before I knew it, both of them were out, and I am way behind because on this career that I have that I use for recording, there's just I just don't have enough money yet built up. On my other career that's on here that I just don't use because I unfortunately used my real name with it, and I didn't want to have that broadcasted out there, so I try not to use that one, even though you guys don't see it anyways. The episode usually starts with me in the truck or on the map. But yeah, I just realized, like, hey, I'm really behind. I need to get ahead of this here. Don't come into me. I was gonna switch lanes, but I wasn't sure if I needed to or not. Probably a dick move not switching lanes. And I wish I could get this damn retarder. I mean, totally off subject here, but I wish I could get this damn retarder off, or whatever is like this this speed limiter off my truck. Like when I was grinding through this, I was doing like 90 or 100 in this truck just to see if I could do it, like down a hill. And I had a heavy cargo load, and now it's like stuck. Of course, when I want to record, whatever that's on is like lacking it right now, holding it back. So again, that's off topic. That's something else. That's a rant in its own, basically. But yeah, those are. Like I said, those are my reasons why I don't like to record in American Truck Simulator until like at the end of the day, which, I mean, right now is not really the end of my day. As of this recording, it's 8:34 p.m. And the end of my day, at least right now with all the hours I'm working at my new job, because it's their busiest time of the year, I'm working about 12-hour days, 5 days a week, and then they want me to work 12-hour days, 6 days a week, but on Saturdays I'm only working 6 because, I mean, I like to have a life outside of work. So I've told them, no, I can't do that. I can give you guys 6 hours and that's it. Except with this recording, I'm not going to be working this weekend because this coming Friday of this recording, I am getting Red Dead Redemption 2, and you can expect that on my channel. I will put the story on there, and then once Red Dead Online comes out, I'll probably record that as well. I'll be playing it on Xbox One with my buddies Apex and State, if you know them from before. I'm sure you guys, those guys that have followed me long enough, know Apex from like my PUBG videos and everything else. He's a buddy of mine. Both him and State are friends of mine in real life. I've known Apex for almost all of my life. I met Apex Exidy. His real name's Mike, my buddy Mike. I've known him since kindergarten. I met him in kindergarten when we were both in kindergarten, and he's been one of my best friends ever since then. He's the best man at my wedding, so like, why he's in a lot of my video content when I'm playing multiplayer, because I mean, we always keep in touch and we always talk and whatnot. So yeah, that's why. And then State, Black State, that's his handle gamer tag on the Xbox. He's a car club buddy of mine. He owns an Evo too, and that's how I met him. Was through another group of Evo buddies, and that just happened to play video games as well. So, like I said, they're like my in real life friends. So they will most likely get Red Dead Redemption 2, and all three of us will be on Red Dead Online when it releases. But when I start bringing the content to the channel, I know Red Dead Online, I think, releases 2 or 3 weeks after the initial game releases. So I will probably have just a bunch of videos of single player for a while, even after the online portion comes out. But you can guarantee I'll be recording that as well. And it'll be a lot of fun. All the previews I've seen and all the screenshots and everything that I do know about the game is going to be... I'm really hyped for it. I might not sound like it, but I am really hyped for this game for when it comes out. I really enjoyed Red Dead Redemption. It was a great game. Had a great storyline to it. I played online a little bit, but not much because I wasn't really into like the online scene for games like that at the time. It was just starting to become a thing. So I did get to play a little bit online, but the single player on that game was freaking amazing. I loved it. I loved the storyline too. Rockstar, I don't know who writes Rockstar stories, if it's like director, like the main like company producer, director, whatever, what have you. Whoever does it, like for GTA 3 even, I enjoyed it. GTA 4 was good. All the expansions to GTA 4, like Lost in the Dam and Ballad of Gay Tony, which is cool to see him reappear again on GTA Online with the recent nightclub add-on. And Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2, I mean, the storyline for all of their games is just, it's so cool. Like you can really get into that storyline. Like you just, if you follow it along, you're like, man, it feels like somebody's writing a movie here. I don't know who does it for them, or like all the multiple people that do it, but bravo to that person or persons, because they take a lot of time to think of a story, and it definitely looks it definitely looks and feels like you're watching a movie that you're actually interacting and playing. But yeah, again, going back to the Red Dead Redemption 2, that'll be on the channel here. So if you're planning on getting the game and you don't want any spoilers, I would highly suggest not watching my content during that time, because I will most likely just be recording it straight. I think I could probably even get away with the audio. I'm going to guess that they don't have any copyrighted music in there. I'm hoping anyways to where YouTube would block it, but we will see in the when I play it and while I'm recording it. So yeah, that'll be making its way on the channel. I haven't been playing too much State of Decay 2, and I need to. I've been a big avid fan of it. When it came out, I was playing it, and then once they started updating and patching it, I kind of fell off from playing it. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's just time. Like I was telling a car dev buddy of mine, his name's Badger. He's the guy that helped me make that a Chevy Camaro that I used for my birthday patrol. I was telling him the other night, I was like, you know, I want to do all this stuff, but it's like I just don't have the time. Like, I have to go to work in real life, and then I have my home life where I enjoy spending time with my wife and hanging out with her, and then like I have to record. Oh, here we go, entering Arizona, and I can bypass the way station in Arizona. That's really nice of them. So yeah, then I gotta record, and then I build vehicle models because I'm going to build more for the OCRP community and then DOJ RP community, as well as for single player too for LSPDFR fans. So I build those as well, which are really time consuming. I mean, a vehicle model, if I don't have all the base parts for it already, it could take anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks just for one car, if I'm lucky and I know what I'm doing and it doesn't break. But yeah, a lot of that stuff takes a lot of time. That's why the LSPDFR series is pre-recorded for so long already, because I planned to put that time aside to work on just vehicle deving. And I mean, if you've caught any of my live streams, you'll see that I do a lot. Well, I don't do a lot of live streams, but I have a lot of different projects that I work on at any given time. So Which brings me to another point. I mean, I always get requests from people like, oh, I have to have one of your cars. I want you to build it. That's cool, and I enjoy being that popular. I mean, I ain't gonna lie and say, oh God, I hate this. Why does everybody want me to build their cars? I'm really flattered, and it's a really high compliment to get, and I'm really appreciative of it to get a compliment like, hey, I want you to build the car because I like the way you build them, and I don't like the way so and so does it, so I prefer you to do it, and this is what I want. That's cool and all, but I get about 5 or 6 of those a day now. I used to get like 1 or 2, and I'm like, okay, cool, they only want 1 or 2 cars. I could maybe knock that out in a week or so. And like some of the stuff I have already, like they want a Crown Vic, I'm like, okay, that's easy because there's Crown Vics for days for LSPDFR. But then you get people that are like, I need to see if you could build a community, like a fleet for my community. It's going to be about 20 to 30 cars, and I would prefer to have them in like 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I could build maybe 2 or 3 cars if they're already made. But if you're going to rush me, I'm going to give you a bunch of shit like quality, which is something I don't like to do. And it's just it's going back to what I said before. It's like I don't have enough time. Like I'd love to help out a lot of people with like their vehicles, but it's, I don't know, like the popularity is cool and it's really flattering to have. But at the same time, when I'm getting like 5 or 6 requests a day for, hey, can you build me like X amount of cars? And they're like asking how much I would charge. I'm literally telling people now, like, I'll do it for X amount of dollars, but you have to wait at least 2 years until I become available to do it. And I usually say that because I'm assuming anyways. Actually, we gotta look at something real quick. How tired am I? 4 hours. Okay, I'm still good. Had to check that real quick because we're coming up to a rest stop here. But yeah, I usually say that so people, I don't like to say deter them away, but I'm kind of like, just my old manager used to say this, and this is what I really loved about him. He would say, I like to keep it real, and he is the most like honest manager I ever had. Like when our company was shutting down, he was like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't like hearing what I'm hearing, and you may want to be putting some apps out there and resumes. Like he was dead on honest. Like I know a company would be like, no, you can't tell employees that because then morale goes down and quality goes down. But he was real honest. He was like, hey, I'm gonna just be honest with you. This is what I'm hearing, and this is what I think might happen. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I just want you to know, and this is what I'm thinking. So take it at what it is. And it was always good to get. So like getting back to the vehicles, to keep it real, it's just like I don't like to turn people away because I do like to help. And I do like to build stuff to make people happy. Like every time I see a vehicle model of mine that I build and I see somebody enjoying it and they're just like, oh my God, dude, this vehicle is awesome. Like I've gotten compliments from Polecat, compliments from Jeff, compliments from Civ Ryan on vehicles that I built for the DLJ and the OCRP communities. And it's a great feeling to get because it's like, it feels like your work pays off for you, you know? Like you're like, God, I put all these hours in. I spent like 2 hours fixing this one damn light that wouldn't like fire off in the correct direction and whatnot. It made you feel like you accomplished something, like all that hard work paid off to, and it's like gratifying to know, like, yeah, I did this and this person enjoys it, and it seems like they enjoy it still to this day. So it's like, it's really cool and satisfying. But the thing is once you start doing that and a lot of people find out about who's doing it, all of a sudden you can't do it for everybody because a lot of people are going to ask you for it. Like I said, 5 or 6 people asking me a day if I could do something for their fleet. And getting back to that story too, like I told somebody, like it would take me about 2 years before I would be free to build a vehicle fleet for them. And they were totally okay with it. They were like, oh, that's fine. They're like, do you want the money now or do you want to wait till then? I'm like, okay, first off, it's 2 years away. GTA 7, I'm just gonna put stupid rumor out there, will probably be out by then. Truth be told, it won't be. For any of you guys thinking I know something, it's not true. Just crush that right now. That is not true. That's not a rumor. We don't even have GTA 6, and I wouldn't expect GTA 6 for probably a good 4 to 6 years, I'm gonna say. But from now. But I mean, in 2 years of waiting, like, there's gonna be so much new, cooler stuff that comes out that you're not gonna want what you originally asked me to do. And then on top of that, I don't know where these kids, I'm gonna say kids because I'm assuming they're kids because of the, like, most people would be like, ah, 2 years, yeah, that's too long, dude. Thanks anyways, and they'll move on. It's cool. And I don't take any hardship to it. I understand. And that's why I say what I say, because I'm just, like I said, keeping it real. I have all these other projects I got to do, and I probably won't be done by then. I got into this lane because I thought I could pass this bus, but this damn retarder is restricting me. Or whatever is this engine speed limiter thing is just kicking my ass right now. Like, I just turned the cruise control off. I have my foot all the way to the floor. I'm not climbing a hill or anything, and I'm barely passing this charger on my right. Looks like I'm doing 65 right now. The speed limit's 75, and I cannot catch this bus. This is gonna suck ass. I don't think I'm gonna be this asshole that blocks 2 lanes right now, it looks like. Unless he goes, ah, cool, there we go. He's going to Flagstaff. And then this Jeep will go past him, which means the Charger is actually in another lane, so we're gonna try to, nope, we got another Charger coming. Okay, he's getting over too. Okay, cool. I guess I didn't have to be that asshole for too long. And put the cruise back on. But, yeah, so, like, I would tier people, I would at least assume anyways, by saying 2 years and I'll get to your vehicle, like, pack, but, like, some of these guys, they're willing to give me money now to eventually work on this oh, shit. There. Sorry, man. I'm getting over for you. Oh, and there's trucks slowing down. Holy cow. You guys are having a real hard time getting on. There must be a lot of electronics on that Best Buy trailer. Jeez. There you go. But, yeah, they're willing to pay me up front. I'm just like, come on, man. Like, I don't want, like, that's pressuring to me. Like, I don't like hanging on to somebody's money for them to wait for me to do something. And then, like, say something happens to me financially down the road and I can't pay them back. I'd feel terrible about that. I'd be like, I took your money. I don't have time to do your project, and I can't pay you back. Like, that's just a real asshole thing to do, like, a real scummy thing to do. And that's why I never take the money up front if somebody does, like, offer. They're like, oh, hey, yeah, I'll pay you for this. I never ask anybody, like, hey, you need to pay me. I just say I have a donation, PayPal that has a donation thing on GTA 5 mods. If you want, you can donate to me, but I'm not asking you to donate to me. It doesn't put you ahead of the line. It doesn't put you in the middle or anything like that. You're still in the line regardless of where you're at. So I'm going to just do a little view change here just to check out this truck. Cars on it. Okay, now we're going off the road. I like doing that every now and then. But, yeah, I don't know why people are so trustworthy, I guess you can say, for people to just to give them their money like that and be, I don't know, maybe I sound like a trustworthy guy. I try to be. I mean, keeping it real again. I'm gonna probably use that a lot now. I'm gonna feel like my manager using it a lot too, but keeping it real again, I try to be a trustworthy, honest person, but I mean, shit happens. Like, I could lose my job and then all of a sudden I'm like struggling to pay bills and I gotta like take away from donation funds just to pay a bill, and it's like, hey, it's an IOU, I'll pay it back. And I don't want to be like that. That's why I don't take their money up front. And I don't understand why people are so trusting of that. Like, it's like, God, how do I say this? So it's, obviously I'm having a hard time explaining this. It's sick how much money people charge for vehicle packs. Let's say that. Some people I've heard, I'm not going to put any names out there, I'm just going to say I've heard, will charge anywhere from $20 to $40 per vehicle. Per vehicle. And some communities request 20 to 30 vehicles. Like, they want all these police cars, all these sheriff cars, all these fire trucks, ambulances, military stuff, Coast Guard stuff. Just throwing some OCRP in there because we have Coast Guard with Jake. But all these different cars, and I'm just like, why would you want to pay that much money to have somebody build you all that? Like, you can't really find something out there that's free and just kind of change like the livery up and live with it. Like, I don't understand that. And again, going back to paying up front, people will be like, okay, yeah, I want to do that. I'm gonna pay you up front for this. Like they'll fork over like $500 or $600 and say, hey, go ahead and make those vehicles for me, which is great. I mean, don't get me wrong, the guy that's making the vehicles, that's kind of like having a job and making a living. And some of those people, they use it for extra funds, like they use it to buy more vehicle models. Like that's what I do with my donations. My donations always go back into my channel. So like the donations I've been getting, I mean, I have quite a bit. I'm not trying to brag here or anything, but I haven't quite a bit to where I could buy another Z modeler license for another year, and that's what it's going to go back into. And the reason it's going to go back into that is so I can make more vehicle models, so I can make more LSPDFR videos that go back into YouTube, and then it'll go into other things too. Like right now, I use a Turtle Beach headset for my microphone for recording. I'll probably, I mean, I don't have to buy the fanciest thing in the world, but I'll buy something a little bit nicer, like a studio mic, and hopefully the quality's a little bit better. I'll Google and learn how to set it up properly, hopefully. And we are getting tired. I need to find a spot to stop here and rest. I see a gas station up ahead, but it doesn't really look like there's a rest stop there. Oh, okay, there's one up the freeway a little ways. We're getting close to one. We should make it. Oh, it's getting dark and I have no lights on now. Go ahead and kick those on the rest of our drive. It's a beautiful night, too. It's a beautiful day going into a beautiful night. I must say, get over right now. This truck and this bus are poking along here again. And now I'm climbing a hill, being an asshole again. But yeah, going back to the vehicle pack things, I don't know. Like, I don't know how people can do it. They just fork the money up front. But, I mean, if the person has the time and they're making that kind of money, they're going to be able to make a living off of it. Which, I mean, if I was building like 2 or 3 packs and it took me about a week or 2 to build all of them, I mean, yeah, that's a pretty good income. The only thing, or a pretty good job, like I could live off that. But the only problem is that's only temporary. I mean, it's for GTA 5. Once GTA 6 comes out and there's a new Z modeler or something, you got to relearn everything over again. So then you're back to square one of I need a job. But I don't know. I mean, that's, call me crazy, but that's just something I can't do just because I need to have a more stable job, not something that's working while the game's out and then once the fab dies down, it's gone again. That's like kind of the background history of vehicle deving for GTA 5. Like I said, mine are all, like, I don't ask for anything for mine. Like, if somebody, like, wants to, like, sit there and try to say, hey, no, what's the real price, this and that, I'll throw a price at them. But like I said, I'll be like, it doesn't put you to the head, like, it doesn't put you ahead of the line or anything like that. It just, it gives you a spot. And if I'm gonna get paid for it, I mean, granted, I will like get to it eventually. And I seem to have missed my rest stop. Oh wait, no, it's up here. Okay. Oh, we got the green light, damn it. Well, stopped for a green, red, and we were clear, so we're good. We're gonna need gas here pretty soon too. Cars are kind of, oh, I guess we got half a tank. We're good for now. Yeah, I know I'm getting tired. Thank you for telling me yet again. We're gonna pull over right here. Looks like it's gonna be, yep, there's the rest area right here. Pull in right here. Oh, this is jank. There's a big ass light post right here in my way. I think what we'll do is we'll pull in here. Yeah, I'm not parking it there. I'm gonna try not to block this burger joint or parking lot. I'll try to see if I can park along this fence line here, this business. There we go. Trailer straight and out of the way. There we go. Get out and take a look. Yeah, you look good. Okay. Go ahead and put the brake on. Shut the power off. And we got parking lights on still, so people know we're there. Yep, okay. So we're gonna rest here, guys. That's gonna be the end of this episode. Like I said, it's probably gonna be 2 or 3 episodes because once I rest here, like let me see right now. What's our travel distance? We got 21 hours, so we'll probably have to rest stop again one more time. So unfortunately, this will probably be a 3-part delivery because of just how far it is. It's from one far to the other. But thanks again, guys, for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this episode. If you are new to my channel and you enjoyed this episode or any other series that I have on the channel, please hit the like button down below as well as the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to my channel. It helps me out as well as it keeps you informed on when I release new content for you guys to watch and enjoy. If you're already new to my channel, again, you can just hit the like button or leave a comment down below to let me know how the episode was. But again, guys, thanks again for watching, and I will see you on the next episode of American Truck Simulator. Take care.